Matt Mean here for IrishBoxing.com with Callum Walsh. Callum, it's great to have you here back home. Obviously, all your fights that you've had on America, what's it finally like to be back home in Ireland fight?
Yeah, it's very good, because I fought LA, then I went to Boston, and then I had two out in New York, so I was getting closer to the Irish crowd, I was getting the taste for it, and now finally being able to come back, being able to do this size of a show, being able to put on a massive show with Dana White, Freddie Roach, with the team that I have, being able to put on this size of a show, it's unbelievable.
I just want to ask, what's it like being trained by Freddie Roach, an absolute legend? Obviously, he's had a bit of an Irish connection with, the Collins brothers and Bernard Dunn. But what's that like to be trained by such a legend of a man?
Yeah, it's crazy, the amount of experience that he has, and the amount of stuff that I learn every single day is crazy, and like you said, he has that Irish, background, and yeah, it's like the perfect mixture, my amateur experience with his professional experience, I feel like it is the perfect mixture, and it's creating the perfect style.
How did this card come about? Was it was it just a talk of maybe an Irish card happening sometime in the future, then all of a sudden it came about? Or can you just tell us how this card eventually came about and why was it done?
Yeah, I was always gonna come home and fight. I was always gonna come back and fight. It was just a matter of when, and it was Dana that really pushed for it. It was Dana that really wanted it, and it's finally here. And Dublin, this is the perfect place to do it now. The Tree Arena. Ideally I wanted Cork, because I'm from Cork, but there's nowhere to do it, there's no, like, here is perfect. The Tree Arena is just the perfect location, the arena is there already, you know what I mean, it's set up indoor. They wanted indoor because you don't, like, we got lucky. I know, yeah, but we got the perfect weather, we got lucky, this week, but you just don't know, and yeah, Dana was just pushing for it to be in Dublin because he was just there and he's been here before, he knows the routine, and he's been here with Conor, and it done well, so yeah, I'm looking forward to Friday night.
What's it like to be obviously having nearly all Irish stack card, Sean O'Keefe, Thomas Carty, the Jacker making his debut? What's it like having an all Irish undercard and having, an all Irish contingency on your card?
Yeah, it's very good for everybody, not that's the thing about this card, it's not just for me, it's not just good for me, it's for everybody, all up and coming fighters, young fighters, people like you said making their debuts, and it's good for the Irish people, just putting on Irish fighters that the Irish people should get behind, we need to get that buzz of Irish pro boxing going again, recently it's feel like Tree Arena has been Katie Taylor, like all big names, and now with me coming back here and putting on, we can put on up and coming talent, so the Irish crowd can really get behind, the young fighters, the up and coming fighters, and I think if we got this happen more frequently, it would create a buzz, and it would get like hype behind the up and coming fighters, and put on nights that would be enjoyable for everyone, fans, fighters, and people would get back that buzz, for the Irish boxing.
Did you help at all with the card? Did you recommend any names and all when the card was being put together?
No, I didn't recommend any names. No, obviously anyone they put forward to me, I would say, I know him, he's a good fighter or whatever, But I had no influence really on who to put on. Or, well, I probably could have offered some names, but at the time I was training, working. But anyone they put towards me, I said, oh, good fighter, you can put him on, definitely, So.
Just tell me about the crowd that we can expect, obviously with yourself, and we all know how the Cork lads are. We've seen what the Cork GA fans are like, absolutely mad. But what can we expect from the fans coming down from the south up to the Big Smoke in Dublin?
There'll be rebels everywhere in Friday night, rebels everywhere. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to everyone. Just the Irish crowd in general. Like the buzz that they bring. After a few drinks, the Irish crowd will be going crazy. And especially with the way this card is going to go too. From every fight is good. From the very first fight of the night to the main event. Every fight is good. It's going to be back-to-back quick fights. Good fights. So I think it'll keep the buzz in there. It'll be ran exactly like how the UFC do it. There'll be no 10-15 minutes in between a fight, it'll be quick back-to-back good fights, and by the time I come out, the crowd will be well on their way,
We heard here at IrishBoxing.com that it was going to be Craig McCarthy, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but how was there ever going to be an Irish clash with Craig? Was there ever going to be an Irish clash set up at first, or was it just how it came about? Craig's name was mentioned, then this other guy came in, or how did that work out?
You know, Craig was Craig O'Brien. It was he was mentioned to me, but you know, I wanted to defend my title. You know, I didn't want to go down a different route. You know, I wanted to defend my belt that I have now, which will put me higher in the WBC rankings. You know, for defending this belt, and Craig didn't qualify. You know, to fight for my belt. You know, so there was no point in fighting him. You know, I have to fight a higher ranked fighter. You know, that I can. It's just better for my career. You know, to move me up in the rankings. You know.
How did you find this other guy?
It was the team. You know, the team. They work on that and they find me opponents. You know, but. I would have fought Craig, no problem, you know. It wouldn't. It's not like I pulled out of the fight or whatever. It just, it's just you can't qualify to fight me for my belt, you know. So.
What do you think of your opponent on Friday night?
Yeah, he's a good, tough opponent, you know. He's a good record. He's a lot of experience, you know, and he's been in there with some big names in my division, you know. So I'll be looking forward to going in there and making a statement, you know. He's never been stopped before. If I can go in there and stop him, you know, I think it'll be a good. Eye opener, good statement and a good eye opener for everyone. You know, that they'll see that I am the real deal. You know, it's not just internet hype or it's not just Dana White. You know, backing someone. No, it's I'm the real deal. You know.
Yeah, Callum, as always, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for talking to Irish Boxing.
Sure, but thank you.
Appreciate that.